Let's get one thing straight. This isn't about whether Zohran Mamdani wins or loses in New York. He's not just a politician. He's a signal of something deeper happening, not just in New York, but in every city where the ground is shifting beneath our feet. Mamdani describes himself as a democratic socialist. And for that, he's been publicly slammed by Bill Ackman, Tyler Winklevoss, Sean McGuire from Sequoia. They've called his politics dangerous, unrealistic, even anti-American. But for young people, Mamdani speaks a different language. A language of fairness, of accountability, of trying something new. They're actually not idealists. They're realists. They've grown up watching the system break. Rents up, wages flat, debt normalized, climate anxiety, job insecurity, and no real off-ramp. So when someone shows up and says, this system isn't working, they don't flinch. They nod. They've been saying the same thing for years. So meanwhile, what are the ultra-wealthy doing? Leaving. During COVID, they left New York for Miami. Now in the UK, 16,500 millionaires are reportedly preparing to leave in response to modest tax reforms. And yes, they have the right to leave. It's their money, their passport, their choice. But choices have consequences. Let's acknowledge something. Yes, millionaires and billionaires pay more in absolute terms. No, they don't always get to craft every tax loophole just for themselves. And sure, that might feel unfair. But here's the truth. That's the price of being part of a civil society, where you are one of many and not the only one. You benefit from the city's infrastructure, from its labor, its protection, its culture, and yes, from the people who build it with far less than you. You don't get to cash out on that value and walk away when the bill comes due. And this goes deeper than just taxes. Civic responsibility means you owe something to the next generation, the ones who didn't build this system, but will inherit it. You don't get to say, well, it's not my problem. I'm leaving. Because if you've made your wealth through this system, then you have a responsibility to it. To the kids trying to afford rent, to the nurses and teachers holding the city together, to the young people who don't get to opt out because they're just trying to survive. So no, this monologue isn't about Mamdani's electoral odds. It's about what his campaign has revealed. It's shown us a generation that's willing to stay, willing to fix, willing to believe that cities, broken as they are still worth fighting for. And it's shown us another group, wealthier, louder, who, when asked to contribute, simply walk away. They say they love the city, but only when it bends to their rules. That's not citizenship. That's entitlement. Cities are more than skylines. They're more than markets. They are living ecosystems fragile, beautiful, complex. And their future doesn't belong to those who cut and run. It belongs to the people who stay, who contribute, who say, this is our problem, and we'll face it together. That's what Mamdani's campaign reminds us of. That's what the future of a city demands. Not perfection, not ideology, just commitment and courage.